Boo! Have you heard of Mouthwashing? Some of you must have, because this game has absolutely blown up in the barely a month that it's been out. If you're out of the loop, Mouthwashing is a psychological horror game created by Wrong Organ and published by Critical Reflex. It's a short game, but it's got a lot going for it. A really interesting story, really great visuals, specifically that cursed PlayStation 1 aesthetic. But for me, my favorite thing about it is the 70s inspired interior design. I just can't get enough of it. I want my hands on it. I want to get my mitts in it, you know? So that's what I did. For this Halloween, I've designed a LEGO Mouthwashing set. Because who else would? Like, who else would? So, let's dive into the ill-fated crew of the Tulpa, and specifically the Tulpa Lounge. Before we start though, play this game, or at least watch a playthrough. It's a pretty short game, like I said, it's pretty cheap, but it's absolutely worth your time. That being said, I am going to issue a trigger warning because there are topics in this game that are pretty heavy, including rape and suicide. If you don't like delving into topics like that, that's absolutely fine, and I hope you have a wonderful Halloween. I'll also add, just because this is LEGO, this video is not for kids, so don't judge me if your kid is watching this video, you gotta judge you, alright? With that out of the way, let's start taking responsibility for these minifigures. First up is Jimmy, former co-pilot and current arrogant, selfish, cowardly, crazy tweaker captain. He's got middle-parted hair in brown, and a double-sided face with two equally over-serious expressions. He has dual-molded arms to represent his undershirt, over which is his dark teal, short-sleeved Pony Express uniform, complete with back printing. He's also armed with the Tulpa's emergency revolver. Surely he won't do anything stupid with that, right? Next up, there's Anya, the rightfully nervous medic of the crew. As for her figure, I've got to come clean about something. In the Blenderbricks Discord, for LEGO 3D animators like myself, one of the admins, IX Productions, did a rip of almost all of the LEGO Fortnite hair, accessory, and helmet models, and graciously, they gave that out for free. So I've used a couple of those models in this video, including two that I combined into one for Anya's hair, to get that very messy look that she has. Her face was an equally unique challenge. Her eyes are easily the most recognizable part of her design, and I know that the eyes, specifically the whites of eyes in LEGO figures, reminds people of the Clone Wars sets. I know, skin crawling, but I shopped this around to a lot of people, both hardcore LEGO fans and people not really in the loop, and they all kind of agreed that if I was gonna do Anya, it had to look something like this. And personally, I think it landed. She too has a double-sided head, one face neutral, the other dead. I didn't want to go too extreme with her face given the nature of her death in particular, but as you'll see later, it does work. She's wearing a long-sleeved dark teal Pony Express uniform as well as her stripy, multicolored turtleneck underneath. In addition, she is holding a bottle of painkillers. Then we have Swansea, old, jaded, grumpy Swansea, the ship's mechanic. He's got the Mr. Incredible hairpiece in light brown and wears a bright yellow Pony Express polo shirt, complete with dual molded and printed arms. He too has a double-sided head, one with his typical grumpy face, and the other the result of standing up to Jimmy. He's holding the emergency fire axe, entrusted to him by the ship's old captain before the crash. In tow, we have Daisuke, the intern. Just a damn good kid trying his best. He's got the long middle part hair with that nice orangish colour, wearing a wonderful Hawaiian style open shirt with the Pony Express shirt underneath. He has a double-sided head too, one with his smirk, happy-go-lucky and optimistic, the other an axe wound to the face, left by Swansea, putting him out of his misery. He's holding a bottle of Breath X mouthwash. It's made from a modified baby bottle with the tip replaced with a flat cap. It even has printing. And finally, we have Curly, the old captain who has hair to match his name. Yet another Pony Express uniform and holding the code scanner. Oh, I'm not ready. So, let's talk about the build then, yeah? Focusing on the lounge section of this lounge, of course the main highlight is this giant screen, which I decided would be a sort of plastic sheet similar to how the banners were done on the recent museum modular set. This way it can bend to the curve of the wall and then just be pinned in place with connectors. But also, I'm no slouch, so I made not one, not two, not three, but 4 different ones to use. There's the daytime, sunset, the moonlight, and the emergency. Below the screen is an L-shaped couch and a little curved table. On the couch is the first of 5 employee cards, this one being Anya's. And on the table is a 1x1 printed tile of a Ludo board. Adjacent there are 2 lounge chairs and a set of drawers that sit on the recessed carpet. Yet another card here is 2, this time it's Daisuke's. Moving up these steps there's a lot to cover here. The floor, as you can see, has an intricate design, but simple at the same time. It's just a repeating pattern of a couple different types of plates and a couple colours, but it really brings out this sort of 70s style design that I just absolutely love. And I should mention at this point, as I do for all of my videos, I took some creative liberties here. This is obviously a homage to the game, but it's also my design to some degree, and I also made mistakes. I wanted this video out by Halloween, so I had to just make some mistakes along the way. So some colours are not going to be right, or some things are just completely made up, but you know, we're here to have fun, so we're gonna do that. Also, use your brain. This cannot go on LEGO Ideas. It can't. There's it's not going on LEGO Ideas. Sorry, On the back wall is the first and probably my favourite appearance of this wall pattern. It's using the same tile that you can see on the floor in that brown, on top of some snot bricks, which are then curved perfectly along that wall with some hinge bricks and plates, and I think it just... The moment I finished that part, I knew that this set was going to get finished. That was like the moment I knew that it was worth committing. And in front of that beautiful wall are 2 vending machines, one for food, one for drink. They have unique LEGO style labels on them with a little vintage touch. Next to that we have the door towards the medical room. It's a sliding door that opens very simply with a little handle on the back. Through that door is a tiny little hallway build with a window pane at the end, which has a print that looks like an extension of the hallway. On the floor below is a grate with pipes underneath. If you look really close and squint, you might see Curly's face looking back at you, which is a reference to a moment from the game. Now we're going to back out and go to the other side of the screen, on the left, to focus on one of the most challenging but rewarding parts of this set. Polly says, I knew that I needed Polly to be as small and simple as possible while still being posable. I didn't want to go for a minifig, it felt cheap. And honestly, I think I nailed this. The legs and arms are posable, the body shape is almost perfect, and if you wanted, you could throw the Pony Express hat onto him, or anyone in the crew for that matter. Underneath Polly is the 3rd employee card. This one is Jimmy. Why would he put himself under Polly? If you know, you know. Hey, if you're still watching and you're enjoying this, like and subscribe, it would mean a lot. Anyway, behind Polly is the first of 4 posters, remade to represent the LEGO version of Polly. From right to left, we've got Rise and Shine, Lend a Hand, Gritty Up Galaxy, and Don't Be Daft. Underneath the 2 middle posters is a long set of drawers. In one of them, you'll find the first of the Pony Express Culinary Auto Mixer packets. This one is Daisuke's Hidden Sweetener packet. And on top of these drawers is the 4th employee card. This one is Captain Curly's, bloodied and destroyed. Next to that is a removable section of brick-built sealant foam. The sealant foam is pretty much everywhere in the post-crash parts of the game, so I wanted to make sure that I represented that a little bit without just prints. So I made sure it was removable so that you can enjoy your pre-crash AUs as well as your post-crash realities. Sandwiched between 2 more of those beautiful patterned walls is the 2nd door. This goes out to the utility hallway that goes down the stairs. Behind this door is just a really simple tile that has some foam and cargo, utility, and the captain's quarters are labelled on it. I really like the white border around this door. It's one of my favourite parts of the room in the actual game. Snug in the corner is 1 more set of drawers, as well as some cute little wall-mounted shelving. We can't ignore the kitchen for too long. So, the kitchen. Framed with this very retro wood outline curving up and over the build, it really came out good. I think the building techniques I pulled out on this one were beautiful. And that's just the beginning. On the right side wall there is a 1x2 printed wall panel with the recipe for the Pony Express specialty mocktail, with some alterations, thanks to Jimmy. Yeah, just give that drink to Swansea, man, I'm sure it'll be fine. The plan will definitely work. You're taking responsibility, I'm proud of you. Speaking of Swansea, on the counter is the specialty mocktail itself, along with his employee card. On the back wall is the culinary auto mixer, which just finished making a delicious gelatin cake. Given the scaled down nature of this set, I'm really happy with how this turned out in particular. And around the mixer are the other 3 food packet types: water, gelatin, tonic. Our final stop on this set tour is the dining table. 5 chairs and a cute little table for you to enjoy all your cherishable memories from your year-long journeys, or your... yeah, or that. Now, this set is admittedly a little enclosed, good for holding your mouthwash, but not really good for showing off. But if you've seen my work before, you know what comes next. It unfolds. Of course it unfolds. Look, here it is, unfolding in front of you. I really like how it looks unfolded too. It sort of allows you to make your own little scenes in each half. But yeah, there it is, the Tulpar Lounge. I'm sorry it's a short video today, but this game and Chromacopia are basically the only things on my mind at the minute, and only one of those is relevant for Halloween. But here we are. If you liked it, if you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a comment, like, subscribe on your way out. I really would appreciate it. I also have a Patreon if you want to support me and my art. But until next time, happy Halloween, everyone. We did it. We built it. I built it.